A Paintsville clinic owner faces new charges following a superseding indictment, and Kentucky legislators look to keep inmates from returning to jail through education. I'm Jerry Scott, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. A new federal indictment has added charges against Jeremy Bryson, the son of former Paintsville doctor Don Bryson, in an alleged prescription drug scheme. Prosecutors say Bryson's clinic, Appalachian Family Medicine, operated like a cash-only pain clinic where patients paid $75 per visit to get opioid prescriptions. The indictment also accuses Bryson of using another doctor's DEA number to write prescriptions and of laundering drug money to buy a $67,000 pickup truck. His father, Don Bryson, has already pleaded guilty to a related drug conspiracy and will be sentenced in January. If convicted, Jeremy Bryson faces up to 20 years in prison. Lawmakers met with representatives of the Kentucky Community and Technical College system on Thursday to discuss plans to expand educational opportunities for inmates. The goal of the program is to reduce the number of inmates who reoffend after they are released from prison. Robin tells us more.
A new job training and education center for Kentucky inmates was proposed during yesterday's interim joint committee on judiciary meeting in Frankfort. Representative Jennifer Decker explained that Kentucky's rate of recidivism, the tendency to relapse or commit a crime within 24 months of being released, is 40% higher than its neighboring states, but decreasing faster than every other state in the nation, thanks to a partnership between the Department of Corrections and the Kentucky Community and Technical College system. They want to continue this trend by opening a campus at the North Point Training Center in Boyle County that would enroll 400 inmates.
At this prison, we propose inmates would receive focused education through coursework and career training, and if successful, they will be exposed to employers who see the benefit of hiring former inmates who have graduated from this type of program. Every Kentuckian has a stake in this fight against recidivism, regardless of any personal ties to incarceration. Because when inmates return home with proven skills, they are far more likely to stay out of prison in the future.
Decker went on to explain that this idea is not wishful thinking. It's being modeled after a campus in Michigan that has seen enormous success.
Our proposal is not just wishful thinking. We need to look no further than our border state, Michigan, to see this concept at work in successfully reducing recidivism. In that state, we find what they call vocational villages, dedicated prisons, campuses where structured education and career coaching have driven recidivism in that state to a record 21% overall and just 12% for village graduates.
Kirsten Porter from the Department of Corrections then presented a slideshow that explained the goals of the proposed campus.
We know that a stable, good-paying job and the dignity of work are essential to preventing people from reoffending, which ultimately makes our community safer and our families stronger in the state. We also know that we are building historic economic investments in this state and that our employers are looking for qualified and ready-to-work employees right here in the state of Kentucky. When an offender successfully re-enters their communities and does not reoffend, it reduces cost to the state and most importantly, it prevents a future victim.
The Kentucky General Assembly cannot vote on this proposal until the 2026 legislative session begins in January. Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Robin Tillman.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you about one local healthcare provider doing its part to help keep children warm this winter. That's coming up when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford. Over to you, Pike. In women's soccer action, Jayla Boyd earned second-team all-conference honors from the AAC. Boyd was one of the top players in the league this season, finishing top 3 in goals, assists, and total points. She led the Bears with 15 goals, 8 assists, and 38 points. That's the second in the conference in goals and points, and tied for third in assists. She also led the team in shot-on-goal percentage at nearly 70%. Her teammate Rebecca Christopher was named to the Champions of Character team, recognized for her leadership and sportsmanship on and off the field, and both players were among 16 Bears named Academic All-Conference. Now turning to men's soccer, the Bears' 2025 season came to a close Tuesday night after a hard-fought 2-0 loss to number 1 Union Commonwealth in the second round of the AAC tournament. U-Pike kept it close throughout, hitting the crossbar twice and forcing multiple saves from the Union keeper. The Bears finished their season 11-6-3 overall and 7-2-3 in conference play, setting new program records for both total and conference wins. Over to the hardwood, the number 12 ranked U-Pike men's basketball team kicked off the season with a big 77-73 win over WVU Tech on Tuesday night in Beckley. Senior Kevin Warricks led the Bears with 17 points, including 8 from the free throw line, while L.A. Walker added 16 points and 7 rebounds. Senior Bradley Bunch opened his season with a double-double, 13 points and 10 rebounds, and Kenyon Cutlip finished with 12. After a strong first half, U-Pike held off a late rally from Tech to secure the win and start the year 1-0. The Bears now head to Huntington, Indiana for a weekend classic where they'll face Huntington University Friday night at 6. With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
It's fall, y'all, and are you ready to fall into some incredible savings with the region's best network, Appalachian Wireless? Come shop the latest devices at prices you'll love and see how our team can better serve you with plans and promotions that are made just for you. Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just looking for the best service, Appalachian Wireless has you covered. So what are you waiting for? Visit us on the web or stop by one of our many retail locations and take advantage of these amazing fall deals. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Compassion Pediatrics has a mission to improve the health of its patients that extends beyond the doctor's office. That's why they are currently holding a coat drive to help keep children warm this winter. Nick spoke with them to learn more about the program and how you can help.
On Friday, November 7th, Compassion Pediatrics in Wayland hosted a coat drive at the Wayland Gym. On average, they give out over 100 coats per event to families and individuals who are struggling to make ends meet, all in the name of charity. Assistant Office Manager Amber Howell tells us more.
No, we do this for the community because there's so many kids that we know go without a coat, or we see them throughout the community that are probably cold, or maybe they just have a hoodie and they don't have a good winter coat. We want to provide them with a good coat for the winter so that they stay warm for the entire season, especially during snow. We never know what the weather's going to be in Kentucky because it can range from rain to snow to sleet. We have no idea. So we want to keep every kid warm as possible for the winter season. They're very thankful for us to be doing this. It helps them, especially when they have multiple children, because sometimes it's not always in the family budget to buy a coat for every kid. So we want to make sure that every kid has one. They are very, very thankful for all of it. They are always thanking us. They're glad that we're in the community and that we're helping them provide for their children.
Staff at Compassion Pediatrics tried to maintain their stock of coats so that no one goes without. However, they are also asking the public to donate any new or lightly used coats to contribute.
Yes, absolutely. If you guys have any gently used or newer coats that have not been used a whole lot, and that they don't have like holes or anything in them, we will gladly accept those to give out, because yesterday we gave out 94 coats. Our owners, Dr. Bowe and Lori, actually went out and spent almost $1,000 yesterday just for additional coats for us to have to be able to give out for the community for the next 2 days. We had 40-some bins at our Compassion Closet, and we are already almost completely through those bins. So if any donations are around the area that you guys would like to drop off, we will gladly accept them.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Jerry Scott for Mountaintop News.